Welcome everybody to part 6 of the Pokemon Gold walkthrough, where we are going to try and take on the gym leader, but somebody's blocking us. You know what? I am glad that he told me that. God, these guys in black they seem so nice, you know. A guy's being a good Samaritan by blocking off a cave. Another guy's being extremely nice by telling me that Slowpoke tails taste great, even though he's being a dick, by completely blocking the gym. But, you know, he seems like a really nice guy. But we're going to enter in this house and talk with this guy by the name of Kurt. He's the one that creates the Pokeballs using different colored acorns and shit. But he's kind of doesn't want to do it because he wants to talk about Team Rocket, and they're at the well cutting off Slowpoke tails, and that's very interesting. We might have to go do something about that, and he takes it upon himself. Now, the question is, why is he just waiting for me to talk to him and actually want to go do something about it? You think he would want to do something about it right then and there, but he doesn't. You come to the back of the well here, take a look, and you'll get yourself a hidden free heal, full heal, but it is free too. And the guy guarding the door is now gone. Apparently, the guard took off when he shouted. Now, why would you do that? He was being such a good Samaritan. You know, that guy was going to be my friend, and you just go and scare him off like that. I mean, come on, don't be that way. And now this guy wants to fight me. No! You're supposed to be my friend! I protected you! No! Okay. So anyways, here is the new Team Rocket. Basically back from after disbanding from Generation 1, and no, Giovanni is not behind this. This is just Team Rocket themselves. In a sense, their ultimate goal in this one is to try and get a hold of they want to find out where Giovanni is, after, for all the kiddies out there who never played Generation 1, shame on you for one thing, but when your main character, Red, beats Giovanni, he disbands Team Rocket because he wants to go out and hone his skills in Pokemon training. So then, he can become a better Pokemon trainer and not just, some mafia thugman and whatnot. But the members of Team Rocket don't really like this, and so they kind of want to bring him back, but since they have no idea where he is for his training, they can't really get to that. So their ultimate goal will be found out later on in this walkthrough, basically. And also in the Pokemon Adventures Magna, supposedly the main person behind this one is the Ice Gym Leader Price, which I think is actually pretty damn cool that they showcase more evil sides in the gym leaders. I said it before and I'll say it again, go get Pokemon Adventures Magna. It's like $7 per volume, and they have like about 13 volumes out right now, and it is just such a good read. I would highly recommend go seeing it, But anyways, we are now inside the Slowpoke well. We're not going to be able to do too much exploring in this because we don't have the move Strength or Surf, but I can guarantee you when we do get those, we'll be coming right back here to do some more exploring in this cave. But for the area that we're at right now, believe it or not, there are some Pokemon that you can run into. It's very rare for it to happen, but it can indeed happen. In the floor we're at right now, and this there are only 2 you can get, going for all gold, silver, crystal, all times a day too. 85% chance getting yourself a Zubat, and then 15% chance getting yourself a Slowpoke. So if you're really interested in getting yourself a Slowpoke early on, like I said, I can see why you would want to. Go somewhere in here, like up here, keep going back and forth, you're going to run into Zubats a lot more, but eventually you run into a Slowpoke, and then, there you go, you have a pretty damn early Slowpoke, not bad to get. When you do learn Surf, however, there's a 100% chance you're going to run into a Slowpoke in the water, so you can just come back and do that if you don't feel like waiting around and try and run into one now. And then for the fishing with the old rod, same as the last cave, 85% chance. Magikarp, 15% chance for Goldeen, and that's about it. It's not an insanely complex cave because we're hardly ever here. It's not not one of the main caves that we actually go through. You know, you're coming in here to fight off Team Rocket, and that's about it. Most people don't really know, hey, I can come back here when I get Strength and Surf, and I can get some other things. You know, you go down to the lower areas. For one thing, you can run into other kinds of Pokemon like Slowbros and whatnot, but you can also get, what I think it's called the King's Rock, where if you have a Slowpoke hold onto it and you trade, it evolves into a Slow King. So that's pretty good, and like I said, when I do get Strength and Surf, you can guarantee that I will be coming back to showcase where that is. You know, essentially, especially, you know, when you get Surf, you can already get, view a lot, but when you get Strength along with it, I can pretty much assure you that every cave we've explored, we will be backtracking to explore again before moving on, just because of all the things that you can get in a lot of them. So prepare yourselves for that and shit. So now we're going against this final Team Rocket Grunt, who, you know, is a level 14 Coughing, level 14, you know, pretty good, but, you know, so is my Mareep. I figured I wanted to have Mareep in this cave because it hasn't been getting that much airtime, and, you know, getting it leveled up, evened up with all the other Pokemon that I have. And because, you know, since the next gym leader, Bugsy, is a Bug-type gym leader, I'm obviously going to be using Quilava to take care of that instead, because it just makes it so much easier. Not going to worry about it. And Mareep, level 15, is now evolving into a Flaffy, basically. I couldn't wait for it to say it, because I'd be like, 2, and then I'd run out of air, and that would die, and people would kind of freak out. Actually, no one would actually know, because I wouldn't be able to get the part up, and yeah. This is the kind of stuff I talk about at like 8 in the morning when I'm trying to think of what to talk about on Pokemon. I should probably stick to waiting till like the afternoons to do this, because then I'm more awake and my brain functions better, so I have a lot more to talk about, but whatever. But since we took care of Team Rocket and the Slowpoke, well, all the Slowpoke are coming back, you know, they're not going to be cutting off the tails anymore, and, you know, as a, you know, thank you, Kurt gives us a Lure Ball, which is basically mainly used for, like, okay, let me go over this really quick. The Pokeballs that Kurt makes, you know, we have different kinds that, you know, you can have in this game, you know, another thing in Generation 2, just to make it a little bit more interesting at that. You can make different kinds of Pokeballs, not just regular balls and then Great Balls and whatnot, but it can go even further. He gave us the Lure Ball, which its specialty are fishing. So any Pokemon that you're fishing, if you use a Lure Ball, you'll have a greater chance of catching that Pokemon as opposed to using any other type of Pokeball. And I think Lure Ball is also good for when you're surfing. That one, I could be wrong on that one. I'm going to have to look up a lot of what these special Pokeballs do. But I am sure that it does help with, you know, fishing Pokemon and stuff. And then you give him apricorns, and then he'll work on one. It takes him a day. Just go back, talk with him after the day, and he'll give you whatever one that he made. And, you know, they're pretty good to use. I mean, I haven't really found too much instances where it's like, oh, hey, you know, I'm just gonna use a Lure Ball or a Quick Ball, when instead it's like, why not use the Ultra Ball? But in some cases it does work, especially in Generation 4, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And just for a reference, every single time I say Generation 4, just know that I'm referring to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because I know jack shit about Generation 4s like Platinum, Pearl, Diamond, and all that, because I haven't played them. Like, I've played, like, the first 2 gym leaders. I got so bored with it that I'm like, screw it, I'm done. So, whenever I say Generation 4, I'm referring to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the ones that are actually fun. But, in those 2 versions, the different kind of balls can really help. Like, going against Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno. Trying to use an Ultra Ball doesn't really help that much. They'll break out of it quite a lot. But then you use another one that's more with its type, and it will actually work. I think there's a specific one a specific ball that's good against like flying types, I believe. And, you know, I used that on a Zapdos when nothing else was working and actually caught it, you know. So you just gotta know, what to use sometimes, you know. But in Generation 2, I'm not sure if it has that much of an effect. I've always just used Ultra Balls, and that would always work, so I never really had to worry about it so much. Now, what this kid just said here is true. You know, bug types are able to level up faster. However, everyone in this whole entire gym has not been doing that. When I'm going against a level 12 Caterpie and a level 12 Weedle, it's like, come on. Give me something better here, people. I mean, I know this is supposed to be really early in the game, but I mean, really? I mean, then later on, you go against guys that have, like, super bugs, like level 40, level 50, Caterpies and Weedles and shit. Here's our first look at Beedrill, level 12, since it's a little bit of a higher level, we can't actually kill it in one hit, as we were hoping to, but it doesn't take that much more to completely take it out. This is a really simple gym. You know, if you have Quilava, there you go. If you get a Pidgey like I do, you know, Gust, there you go. In some cases, when I first played this game, this gym was easier than the first gym. Because I was still unaware of type advantages and disadvantages, and I didn't do the Bellsprout Tower first when I was a kid, so when I had Cyndaquil trying to go against the Pidgeot, I think it was like level 7 still. Because when I was a kid, I mean, Pidgey was everything to me. Like, the minute I caught that thing, it was all I would pay attention to. You know, I'd even put Quilava into a daycare center because I just didn't care, and just focus nothing on Pidgey. Trying to get it better, and boy, did that kill me later on. But here's Bugsy, and he starts off by sending off a level 14 Metapod. He is equally guilty on these Superbug shit, because, seriously, why not just have a Butterfree? I mean, it's not going to be that much harder to go against. However, he does have one good Pokemon that I really wish I could get my hands on soon, and I'll probably try and catch me one in the National Park contest for the hell of it. I'm not going to use him for my team, because I can't trade him to get myself a Scizor, which I honestly think Scizor looks badass. You know, in this generation, the learn set for Scizor isn't really that good. It's not really that good for Scyther either. But in Generation 4, there are some pretty good moves that they can both learn. And getting a Scizor in Heart Gold feels so damn good because of how good of a Pokemon it is. And then last but not least, you know, he has, you know, we went against a Metapod, his Scyther, and now we have a Kakuna to finish it up, because again, he just didn't feel like evolving it. But yeah, first time playing this game, Pidgeot was everything to me, and I would get destroyed by gym leaders, the Elite Four, almost everybody, because I would only want to use Pidgeot. I don't know what it was, but something about that Pokemon just made me want to use it so bad, and I ignored every other one except for it. It was pretty bad. So we beat Bugsy. He gives us the Hive Badge. This one actually has an actual use, is that, as he's going to say here, Pokemon up to level 30 will obey me. He also gives us TM49, which contains, was it Fury Cutter? Yep, Fury Cutter. And basically it's a bug-type move, has a really low power, and somewhat of a, I think it's like 90 to 95% chance of hitting. But every single time you hit with it, your opponent, the more you, as Bugsy said, the more you hit, the stronger it gets. So, you know, it'll start at 10 power, then 20 power, then like 40 power, then 80 power. It just keeps getting stronger and stronger, and it's really good when going against dark types like we'll have to do in the Elite Four. But that's it for Part 6. I'll see everyone in Part 7.